Being a famous rapper with millions of fans worldwide, Lil Uzi Vert, you already know, has a lot of money, has enough money to pretty much buy whatever he wants. Whether if you're a fan of this young rap celebrity or not, we've got some crazy secret information to share with you guys all today. Today we'll be covering 10 things that Lil Uzi Vert owns that you guys won't believe exist because how expensive they are. So before we get into this video, be sure to smash that like button, and while you guys are down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we're making videos just like this and you guys' favorite rappers that you guys really don't want to miss. If you guys don't know who is Lil Uzi Vert, I'm gonna guys a quick rundown on his background and where he came from, how he got all this money, and he wasn't handed all of his money. He's actually self-made. So growing up in the streets of Philly, Lil Uzi Vert started to make a name for himself as young as 22 years old. He quickly gained fame after releasing hits like Money Longer and several other tracks and albums, including Love Is Rage, Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World, and The Perfect Love Tape. And being a rapper, Lil Uzi Vert had tons of inspirations in the rap scene, including Kanye West, A$AP Rocky, and Lil Wayne. Rap and money are like two things that always correlate towards each other because rappers seem to talk about a lot about money and how they made it to where they were to where they are right now. Lil Uzi Vert is really notorious for this, rapping about his new car he just got or all the chains that he has. By the things he raps about, you guys could tell that Lil Uzi Vert really takes pride in the things that he owns, as he should be, because these are really expensive things that a person could only dream about having. So today we're going over some of his prized possessions that he actually owns. One item that Lil Uzi Vert talks about a lot inside his songs is his AP watch, which is worth $100,000. It's a ridiculous amount of price just for a watch. But if you have that much money, that doesn't really put too much dent into your overall worth. But this watch is actually quoted in a popular song that Lil Uzi was in with Playboi Carti. It was Woke Up Like This. This song was on the top 100 Billboard for quite a while. But Lil Uzi Vert in the song wasn't talking about the watch. It was actually Playboi Carti. He was talking about Uzi's watch and how he dropped 100 on a watch piece.
And 100 on a watch piece. I didn't spend 100 on a watch. I spent 100 on bracelets. Uzi spent 100 on the watch.
To give you guys an idea of what $100,000 could do, you could probably buy a 2015 used R8 for that much, and that car would be fully paid off, and you're spending that amount of money on a single watch. And AP also has other watches upwards of $1 million for a watch. Before looking this up, I had no idea AP actually sold watches that are worth this much. What even makes a watch worth $1 million? It has to do something special. One of Lil Uzi Vert's favorite hobbies is to actually go quadding or dirt biking, whatever you want to call it. But his four-wheeler is his most prized possession because you could tell from all the music videos that the quad is actually in, including the Do What I Want music video, the Bad and Bougie music video, and also the animated version of EXO Tour Life, the cartoon version. He's shown riding that dirt bike as well. You can tell that he really loves this dirt bike. But we looked all around, we couldn't find the exact model of the bike because he personally didn't come out and say what model it was. But since it's Lil Uzi, he spends $100,000 on a watch, I can only imagine what he spends on another hobby that he loves, like dirt biking. Alright, now we're moving on to the 8th place spot. You guys all know that Lil Uzi Vert grew up in Philly. To be more specific, North Philly. He talks about the struggle a lot inside of his songs, of his come up and how it was really hard to come out of Philly. While rappers tend to go to more bigger cities like LA and get a big house there, Lil Uzi actually got another house inside Philly, but in a nicer side of town. It's pretty cool to see that Lil Uzi is sticking to his roots and sticking to Philadelphia, obviously as other places. He's also known to have a big house in Atlanta, but his main house is inside Philly. He tries to keep it a secret because in Atlanta he gets a lot of attention and everyone knows where he lives, which is a kind of privacy problem for Lil Uzi, so he moved back to Philadelphia in a nicer side of town and didn't really tell the public where he lives. I think people should leave him alone and respect his privacy because it could be kind of annoying if fans show up at your door uninvited. That could be quite a big problem for Lil Uzi Vert because he's such a big rock star. Lil Uzi Vert really likes being called a rock star, which moves us straight directly into number 7 because one of his greatest inspiration is actually a legit rock star, Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson is really known for doing some crazy things on stage, including Lil Uzi Vert. He does some crazy stage dives, which we'll get into later inside this spot. But this chain that he owns is of Marilyn Manson, and chain's estimated worth is $300K. Some people say it's worth $200K, some I see its estimates are over $400K, but we'll just say somewhere in the middle and say 300, and that's a pretty good estimate. But $300K right there, that's a paid off Lambo Aventador. For some reason, whenever I think of these figures, I always relate it to a car because those are my dream cars. But what would you guys do with $300,000 if you had that amount of money? Would you buy a chain, biggest inspiration like Lil Uzi Vert, or would you buy a house? Let me know down in the comments down below, I'm curious. But you guys only could spend it on one object. What would it be? Me, I would probably get an Aventador, definitely. An Aventador SV. But Lil Uzi Vert got into some trouble with the maker of this chain because Ben Baller made it and Lil Uzi Vert kind of scuffed it up up because he did some stage dives from like a really high places. Lil Uzi Vert's really known for that. For jumping off like 2-story buildings into people, which probably must hurt the people, but the chain also got damaged in stage diving from that high. I would guess like some diamonds fell off, and Ben Baller had to repair this, costing him like $7,000 to $8,000. And obviously Ben Baller was really upset about this because he spent so much time into this necklace, as you guys can see, because this thing's like a masterpiece. I would also get kind of upset also if I had to like pay out of pocket to repair someone else's chain, because there's no other reason for Ben Baller to be mad if he didn't have to pay for it, because there'll be more money in his pocket to repair it, but he had to pay out of pocket, so he got pretty mad at Lil Uzi, and I don't blame him. But Lil Uzi will be Lil Uzi. He'll do what he wants. He'll jump off stages, he'll buy all these crazy stuff, and no one's really gonna stop him. He's a legit rock star of like this generation of like hip-hop and rap. You guys already know Lil Uzi Vert's like really into fashion, and including fashion is his shoes. He was an early pioneer of like the buying and selling as a kid, and he actually sold 2 Jordans in order to get a Jeremy Scott's. They might look familiar because they're really out there. They're the Adidas with like the wings in the back, and that's one of his most prized possessions as a kid, because those were like his most expensive sneakers at the time that he can afford, and he still has them to this day. And Lil Uzi Vert's favorite sneaker right now is Jordan 1s. He just loves how clean they are. Like they go with any outfit that he wears, and that's his like go-to shoe. And he also wears New Balances because back in his hometown Philly, he used to grow up wearing New Balances because his parents would buy him New Balances, so we just rocked them, and he still rocks them to this day, which is kind of surprising. But that's kind of like the trend in Philly. I don't know about like other places, but in here, New Balances, you really don't wear them too much. But that's cool that Lil Uzi Vert's going to his roots like he was with the house. One of Lil Uzi Vert's like flexing sneakers that he just wears on occasion, he doesn't wear like every day, is these Nike mags, the self-lacing. These Nike mags are worth $10,000. That's the estimate of like 2017.
I ain't got the flash on the light. Jump shit is crazy.
These shoes are worth more than my current car that I have right now, which is crazy to think about. Which brings us straight into number 5, which is Lil Uzi actually owns a Lamborghini Huracan. This was actually confirmed by an Instagram post that he did, saying, "Brought my new whip to the Vogue shoot." And inside the Vogue shoot, he was just promoting V-Lone, A$AP Barty's brand. People didn't know if Lil Uzi actually owned this, if he was renting it or not, but inside this post, it kind of confirms that he actually owns it. And this is a Huracan, not an Aventador, but you can tell by the doors and also by like the little features on the car, because the Aventador doors go up like butterfly, Huracan doors just go off the side like a normal car. And also there's like slight details inside the car that I can tell it's a Huracan. A lot of rappers are really into fashion, including Lil Uzi. He really likes wearing like really expensive things that are really comfortable. He really loves wearing these 2 pieces that I'm about to show you guys. This one piece is a Valentino top. It's a clear white top. He got a lot of shade for this because it looks kind of feminine, people were saying, but I could really care less. He could wear whatever he wants as long as he's comfortable with himself. He's like different from anyone else, and he's not even like trying to be. He just wears what's comfortable to him. Even though people were throwing shade at him for wearing this one top, he tried to defend himself and by saying in the complex that people really haven't felt the material on this Valentino top, that's why they're not wearing it. I mean, for $2,400, that top better be soft. That looks like a really thin top to be wearing, especially for $2,400. The most controversial out of these 2 pieces is obviously the black one with the pink stripes going across. Other rappers have been seen also inside this top. It kind of looks a little bit off to me, but if he's comfortable wearing it and he says it's comfortable for him, it's up to him to wear it, to be honest. Who am I to judge what he is wearing? He does what he wants, like he said in that one song. Lil Uzi Vert is like a proud owner of an Air Force One off-white Jordan. None of these even exist because it hasn't even been released yet. They exist, but they're not for like retail for the public, so only like real rock stars have it, like Uzi, and I could only imagine like Wiz or something like that. These are scheduled to drop on September 1st, and I could only imagine how much the retail is gonna be, let alone like the price of it right now. It's basically priceless because it hasn't even been released yet. And on the shoe it says "from your friend" and has a little tag saying Lil Uzi. It's a one of a kind. I don't even think he's gonna wear this because it's so special to him. You guys already know that Lil Uzi Vert loves off-white. He wears it a lot inside music videos. It's just a really high-end fashion brand that Lil Uzi Vert really loves, and the off-white brand personally loves him also. They sent like the pre-release Jordans to him, so obviously I had to put these priceless Jordans as number 2. And now we're in the number 1 spot. We got Lil Uzi and his pit bull. He honestly loves this pit bull so much. It's one of his favorite possessions, if you want to call it a possession. I don't even know if that's like the right word for it, but he loves his dog so much. It's a black and white pit bull that's named Tracy Bond. I mean, we all love our pets, if it's like a fish, a dog, a cat, whatever. And we all know pets goes first in front of like all the materialistic possessions, and that's why I have it in the first place spot. Surprisingly, he doesn't really talk about too much about this dog inside of his songs. I mean, there's not much you could really say. Mainly just raps about his like girlfriend Brittany, or used to at least. But I'm really wondering like what he's gonna rap about, and is like how his style is gonna progress in Love Is Rage 2. I can't wait for that to come out. We've been waiting for so long for Uzi to drop that. I don't think he's gonna drop in the next few months, but time will only tell. His producer did say that the project was basically almost finished, which is really exciting for Uzi fans, because we've been waiting forever for this. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. This is top 10 things that Lil Uzi owns. Some of his most prized possessions. Some of them aren't really possessions like his dog, but you kind of know what I mean. If you guys want me to do like the same thing on like different rappers, be sure to let me know down in the comments down below, because I'm down to do that. Or if you guys want to see more videos on Lil Uzi and different things, be sure to comment down below some video ideas I could do next. And if you guys aren't already entered in this iPad giveaway that we're doing, we're giving away a 32GB great iPad. All you have to do to enter is leave a like on this video, comment down below I subscribe to actually be subscribed, and turn on post notifications. And you already watched the whole video, so thank you guys so much for that. This video took me so long to make, so I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys later next King Trending video. Peace, guys.